What would you say has actually helped you develop as a teacher?
I think my concern about the fact that I want to reach to the students and understand them and be able to transmit this passion the best way I can, to make it meaningful to them. They are very different from me. This is another generation. Culturally, we are different. So I guess my concern with doing my best in communicating this knowledge to them. To me, if I write brilliant articles, but they're only read by a handful of people, that to me that's not what I want to do in life. So I've been trying to develop myself in this other area.
When you think back to when you started teaching and you think about what you know now, what advice might you give yourself?
I would say that I would have liked to know what I know now about teaching.
Okay.
Because I always had that thing within me, but the way we're trained as historians, and they think that by nature we're going to be good teachers. And one thing doesn't mean the other. There are different agendas here. I would have liked to, and that's something Indiana I think is doing much better now, which is to prepare our graduate students as scholars, but also as teachers, as educators.
So what are those things, if you're preparing historians as scholars and preparing historians as teachers, what are the things that go into that, preparing historians as teachers?
You know, how do you prepare a course?
Right, yeah.
How do you, what are effective ways of communicating issues to the students? You know, teaching techniques, you know, for example, team-based learning. If you really have to lecture, what are things that you need to take into account when you lecture? For example, I learned from Joe Middendorf, my other colleague, you know, every 20 minutes you have to change the pace because people fall asleep. You have to do something different. Active learning. There are so many good things out there that we need to integrate that more into the classroom. It would have really helped me to know that from the beginning, and I think that the students will benefit. And actually, the graduate students who are part of the History Learning Project, they are in love with it because they are doing that precisely.